but he did. And I think he has a lot to show for himself, but the pressure's on.
All right, here we are into this first pistol already. We'll have 4 Kevlars on the side of SK Gaming. Asilian goes in for some of that utility. And the bomb's actually already gone down, so we didn't see the startup or the setup at the very start of the round, but it seems like B was pretty lightly played. And look at Freeze out there by the hut. He'll take down Nifty, and that's a great lurking post-plant position. Magic's Boy as well to bring down Relics. Here's Mitch coming away with a headshot, trying to move in. Freeze will grab one more, and now it's all onto Mitch. He will take one out of the pit, looking up top, spotting another player there.
Oh, no kid.
Tap the bomb, trying to bait a peek. And on the catwalk, that's going to be Freeze. And he will come away with the kill. That's actually his third. So he gets 2 on the lurk and comes back over to finish off the round. SK Gaming will take the pistol.
Yeah, they kicked it off with a fast play. And SK are known to do that on the pistol. They don't actually like buying utility very much. I think they believe they're one of the teams that have the philosophy that just it's really easy to get the bomb down, and that pistol round comes mostly down to how many shots you hit. So I think they just decided to armor up for the most part and hit a site really quickly, and that was B. So getting the bomb down, hitting their shots, and making it a 2v1 situation put Mitch in a really bad spot. And SK win a pistol round on Overpass. Not the most important map to win a pistol round on, but it depends on how one-sided your halves are.
Oh, and here they go as a pair with the CZs. Actually, a trio. As Uber's going to go down, now Mitch, Madi and Asilian cleaning that up. And, you know, those CT force buys in Overpass can be quite dangerous, especially when every single person, it seems like, was holding a CZ. And Relics will actually get the first kill for his team. He brings down Pimp. Madi left on 1 HP. But Magic's Boy with an AK in the long hallway there will find a second kill of the round, and it's mainline alone on 4 HP, and there he goes. As soon as he opens the door, he dies.
Yeah, they wanted to do a stairs crush there with cat control, and that could have worked, but it was contingent on both parts of the map getting the kill. Either way, they set themselves up to take fights that was pretty favorable, depending on whether or not they could catch the other team off guard. And Selfless just basically didn't hit their shots. You know, they had worse guns. And that's the most salient point, I think. But SK survive going to a place where the pistols followed, so that is something that counts towards Selfless in the sense that they might be in their heads.
And Mainline's got the flash here to support his boys as they're going to move forward, flash over and taking control of the fountain area, but it's Pimp just waiting patiently here in Playground and a little bit in danger of getting wrapped around on both sides, but still might not be that much trouble since they just have those USPs. And there's Magic's Boy coming back into the upper tunnels, takes away 2. Nifty tries to take a shot, but immediately gets sat down, and Magic's Boy finishes it off. So clean, flawless round there for SK Gaming. Submachine guns don't even get involved.
Yeah, I'd say this is like the first round of the game. We got Nifty picking up the op, and then I think, yeah, Relics is going to have a smoke and a flash, and that's kind of all you need. They've got 4 smokes overall. Not much more utility beyond that. Asilian is still going to hang on to his UMP, and I think because they did so well in the anti-ecos, SK feel like if they lose this round, they're going to be able to buy, and if they win, they're going to be in such a great spot. Get the nice little B hop to complement what looks like a lot of B presence, starting off this round fast.
Yeah, he might have made up some ground there and it could have rushed out quicker than the timing that you would expect because of that head running and B hopping. But Pimp going to find the entry onto Mitch, who's playing at barrels. Relics is waiting for them to push the smoke, and I think Uber from Pit was able to grab one, but they are both cleaned up, and it's Asilian with a UMP that gets them both. That's going to be $1,200. Now he switches out to the M4, taking that CT weaponry for himself. It's mainline and Nifty alive, M4 and op, and they appear to be waiting on those exits. Oh, or they're going to go in for it. No kit on either of these players. Nifty, his barrel's going to betray him big time. Magic's Boy, a little jumpy. Could have waited a bit, almost played himself. And we've got mainline. He'll go ahead and run to the hills.
You know, that was really scary for SK, I think, because they started off fast with a B hit with just fast smokes while running. They even missed their Molotov that was supposed to land at headshot, and their player at headshot that was Selfless was able to throw a couple of gray flashes and keep the players in long and short blind, but they still managed to get the kills. So Selfless, I think, had appropriate setup. They had pretty good spots for the B hit, but still couldn't clean up the kills, and that's when trades come into effect. SK now 4 rounds in a row. Selfless are able to recycle 1 rifle and don't have enough money on anyone else to buy. Instead, mainline is just going to, I think, support himself by getting a kit and a couple of nades. But look at SK's money, 4 rounds in, and Asilian already has 10K.
Yeah, that's insane. And they will buy some more of the potent pistols and armor there for Uber, just because if they do lose this, they will have that max round bonus. And they want to be a little more dangerous behind that rifle. But it's Freeze right away, who's going to tag Mitch. And that'll take him down. Mainline trying to kill them as they come up by that support column. Does get flash and has to back away. Madi, who's trying to read the economic situation, goes in for that SMG once again. So he was the recon player in that series against Tempo Storm. It appears he'll do it again here.
As soon as they saw the rifle on the B side, they just decided to trek it back to A. And I think it's really up to mainline, who noticed that they've left, to just go and gamble stack. Though there was always the opportunity for a team to just re-aggress the same spot. And I think SK want to take advantage of that notion by... actually, it's hard to say. They're still in their default. They've still got one over towards long B, so... Well, the bomb's obviously at long A, so it seems like they will, in fact, just turn it into an A split. And Selfless seem a little bit confused right now, as they should be. This is kind of hard to read, even with the mini map and being able to see every player and where they're standing. Madi's just going to be over at B catching lurkers. And even if his name tag comes up, they know Madi's the fifth man that lurks.
I wonder what he's going to do. Is he going to go first? No, it looks like the play will come over. The smoke's into the A bomb site, and we still have Madi sitting outside of Monster. Pimp going to work his way around. He will kill Nifty, who is playing on Optimus, and he will find the second as well onto mainline. So we go on board with Uber playing in Bank, trying to exploit a bit of a gap in the smoke, but Pimp takes him down as well as he struts his stuff onto that A bomb site. Does it all himself. It's Relics alone.
I wonder what... I'm curious as to what Selfless is going to try to do next round, because this is a team they know. SK plays very defaulty. Almost certainly, as I think Richard Lewis pointed out, Selfless is probably the one of these two teams that watched the demo. Like,
definitely.
You know, it's probably not SK that did research on most teams in the tournament, especially not ones they weren't sure if they were going to play. And almost certainly, you know, Ryu as the standout coach is going to be one to watch demos when they know they have, or when they can anticipate a matchup like this. Now, they know from maybe that information that SK is a very slow defaulty team for the most part, and I think that's originally why they tried to start it out with a long B hit, because they might have tried to get in Selfless's head and made them think that you have time to think about this round before it actually starts, and boom, we're already in your sight and planting the bomb. Now, here's a round where they're going to move very slowly. And the great thing about defaults is that they're a sustainable way to get map control, give yourself a little bit of peace of mind throughout the round, push players back, and then you always have your strategies to fall back on once you get that map control. It's something you can do every round if you don't feel like rushing, so.
Oh, this boost might work out here for Uber. He's going to go up, look through the windows here. And oh, not quite coming away with that kill. Going to spam through the doors, and that door will break. The line of sight appearing through it, and Uber will not go for that peek. He did win out a little bit on that trade, doing more damage to Magic's boy than he took himself. Mainline still waiting in the bathrooms. Pimp jumping over the flowers here at long, trying to spot, and he's backed up, supported by Freeze. Bomb out in middle, right before going into the bathrooms, and Freeze trying to get that shot as, I didn't catch what player that was, trying to jump over the van. I think that was Relics.
Yep, and now forward A control is taken. We see bank smoke being lined up. And stairs, Madi and stairs. This just means that they're going to hit A, and Madi's just going to hang back here. Nifty, though, opening up the round, though, actually gets a kill, and Madi gets one himself on a quick rotator. Mainline stranded a little bit out in bathrooms.
Yeah, he's actually in such a good spot. They haven't checked it, so thinking it might be clear, Madi comes over, leaving his position, lurking out at B, comes up, he's low, and he gets taken down. And Mainline going to grab a third. Magic's boy spin move there to find his second onto Relics, and he finds a third, so just one-upping Mainline, and now we've got it into a 1 versus 1. Bomb in hand for Magic's boy, some utility as well, so he can get a smoke to cross if Nifty has made the rotation, but it looks like he has not. I believe he's still sitting. Oh no, he is in the window room. Okay, he took that shot and he missed it, so now he's going to have to push forward.
Absolutely disgusting sequence from Magic Boy. Did he hear this drop? I don't know if he did. He hears a walk up and wow, pre-fires the head angle and gets the kill on Nifty. 4 kills, the 1v4. Not to mention, oh my goodness, that's an amazing CS from Magic Boy. Just hitting that 180 into another 180, locking up 3 kills and then bringing the 1v1. And that was a nice last kill too. He just played purely off of sound in that situation, pre-fired the headshot angle, and Nifty walked right into it.
And that's gotta hurt a little bit, right? Mainline, he grabs a triple kill. They've got to be so pumped up at that moment, and then to have it just another triple kill from Magic's boy thrown right back in your face, and even finds a 4th and a 1v1 to win it.
From such a high to such a low.
Yeah, exactly, and that can be dangerous when you're a new team with some players on their first event. Selfless, though, they did still have enough money to make this round competitive. Uber will go for the utility and stay on a CZ. We've got a couple FAMAS and M4s, even 2 kits, but it's Pimp. We'll find the first one. Him coming away with a quick headshot. Has been good with the rifle.
Yeah, this force up, you know, it's a 1v1. They just barely lost that round. They had the chance. Mainline continuing his reign of terror. Actually only gets 1 kill, however, and Freeze turns around and makes it 2. So a great conversion from him. Uber knows there's 2 players at long. There isn't much he can do here though, and just gets killed in the crossfire. They had they had no kit, and they had a really tattered buy. Just not much to work with. Selfless are going to take a timeout here. We see their money's about like 3.5 to 4K overall, so they do have a lot to talk about. Down 7-0.
Time to get out that calculator.
Yeah, and I wonder. I mean, SK just did a great thing by going B, because now they've shown that they've gone B twice and won, and the time they went A, they still won it, but they barely won it, and it was off the back of a huge play. So Selfless have to consider in that previous round: are they going to go A now and try to prove themselves versus a broken buy, or are they going to hit B and use what they're most likely going to use for most of the rounds in the half? And I think SK really got in their heads by just going back to B.
And everyone on SK Gaming playing so well right now. It's hard to tell, have they figured something out? Did they talk it through, have a meeting after that loss to Tempo Storm? Or is it just a case of, they're playing Selfless, and Selfless had a tough time getting here, just getting absolutely destroyed by Dignitas? It's kind of hard to tell. The question is not really answerable, but it does seem like everyone is hitting those shots. And Magic's Boy in particular, we kind of called out for him to be that star, because he's supposed to be the young star for this team. And here he is. He's 14-1 right now with about $14,000, and he's fully loaded. So there's so much money here for SK Gaming.
Yeah, I think they were making jokes in the analysts that's about Magic's Boy being an onliner or whatever. And, he did play really badly in that first series. And this is the Magic Boy that we have seen online. Like, he is absolutely nuts. Every game we cast, he goes off, and we saw that really come to life in that 1v4.
So actually, I think this is a correct point. At least of all the overpasses that I saw, Overpass has been the most one-sided map that we've seen so far in this tournament. It's come up as the 3rd map a couple times, but here it's the 1st, and it's no different.
Yeah. And the only thing that's going on, I think, in Selfless's mind is we do have potential for 8 rounds still. So it's not quite over yet. But yeah, the fact that the last map we just saw with Optic going down to 13-2 half, and then I think was that versus T side as well. I think they were on CT as well. So
yeah, but that of course finished 16-3. So that one very dominant. And what can Selfless be talking about right now? As they actually do, you guys don't see it quite yet, but they are starting to buy up. We've got some pistols as well as some Kevlar coming in.
So again, SK, they're either going to hit long B fast. They don't rush A. They always do map control on A. I think it's just the most powerful way to do it. I agree with the way that they do it. They meticulously go and clear things out while they have the clock on their side. And there's never going to be a round where they have less time. So almost no reason to just straight up rush through bathrooms when you clear that stuff out safely, guarantee the kill or two, or push them back into the site and then execute, or just move up once nobody's got eyes on you. So I think Selfless are probably talking about what SK are going to do next, whether or not it's going to be some random fast hit towards B, which has worked 2 rounds in a row, or 2 rounds in total, or if they're going to go back to their meticulous A setup, in which case, do Selfless try to push for information at B, or do they want to isolate Madi, because that's a huge frag. If he's, even if they spot him in stairs, they know that SK are so structured that they're going to 4-1 it and leave Madi catch rotators. Or he's going to be either at long B or in stairs. So maybe trying to isolate Madi could be on the
I think that's a good point. I mean, if they have watched the demos, Madi's pretty much always lurking outside of the monster at B to start things off. So if it's going slow and it appears that SK Gaming is looking for map control, Selfless can certainly just maybe make a calculated timed aggressive push outside of the B site, get that early kill, have demand advantage, and then maybe stack back over to one of the sites, bias it a little bit. But here we go into the round. It will just be a light buy here for Selfless as they try to manage that economy in a mainline jumping and getting the frag, of course.
That was ridiculous. Didn't take any damage too, of course.
Yeah, the CZ, man, it is still so insane. So he comes away with that first kill, and now they've got an AK and armor. So that's going to be great for mainline, and it's mainline who had a pretty good 3K of his own in a previous round. So he might be the best person to even have the AK right now.
He's definitely on point. That's for sure. Now, putting himself to work it actually might not be that hard. He's in a great rotator spot. Stairs control is enormous because as we can see the rotations, if you look at the minimap, you've got a 10 or more second rotation from A to B if you decide to go around through spawn. And if you have stairs, you have a 4 to 5 second rotation. So the fact that we have two CTs and stairs controlling the rotations is a really big factor for them. See, we have the AK already at B site when the AK could have been at A within a moment's notice. And here he is ready to defend against the long B hit, which They're going to walk out towards it. Wow, nice shot from Madi.
Yeah, Madi's just so ready for that, and the 1D not connecting. Freeze now to land the op shot. Mainline lining him up with his AK, causing a lot of damage. Taking 2 down with a headshot, gets the 3rd, working the body of Madi. And can he find his 5th, actually? He's on for the ace right now, because remember, he started off with a CZ kill. He can't finish it, though. Freeze will bring him down into the 1 versus 1, and Nifty will find it. So Mainline, yes, certainly the person that you want to have that AK.
Yeah, and again, that's the importance of stairs control, but wow, I have no idea how he's gonna get the ace here. Freeze had so low HP. He's looking at 1 CZ bullet kills him, and he couldn't hit the shot. I mean, it looked like it was all over him, but I'm not the one who decides where the bullets go.
Especially with CZ, it is literally random.
And just off the back of that, Eco having mainline in a great spot on the Eco means that they were able to put him to work, and he did the rest. Obviously, hitting all those shots, fantastic hold from him.
Nifty goes for that quick, aggressive peek with the op out of the bathrooms towards Fountain, but he gets flashed and pushed back. He does get away with his life, didn't even take damage, and I don't even think he was spotted. So Mainline and Nifty will try to maintain control of those bathrooms as they're pushed out a little bit aggressive here on their CT side.
Now, it seems like Mainline's in a precarious spot. He does have a teammate at long to defend his back, but at the same time, like, he has to take a fight. He's kind of like only going to be able to do it himself. Here we have Nifty though, watching his back. They shouldn't be crossing that op. That makes it risky. Chance to hit your teammate, but they should have held on to that. I don't think you fall back in a 5v5 this early. Like, almost no sense. When they would have Nifty posted up. They have no idea that the op's there, and then Mainline could have crossed to take their attention away from them, gotten that kill. It's similar to that cat setup where you have someone at bricks and someone against the wall. Like, they could have done the exact same thing there on bathrooms and almost certainly got all the kills. Like, I don't know why they wouldn't have. So.
And SK Gaming kind of feel great about that. Generally, you have to shed some blood or at least expend some utility to take that mid control when the CTs post up, but they just pushed him back for free.
Yeah. Free bathroom control, and like, it's such an important round too. I'm not sure why they fell off of that.
I think, again, with that op where it was and the kind of angle they were holding together, they just didn't feel comfortable with it and backed off. The fact that they just made a decision together might be the better thing. And Nifty's come away with 2. Pimp is working up on the short side of things. Mainline will get 1 onto Freeze, so that's cleaned up. Mainline to find another, that's Pimp. And Madi lurking over at B, of course, as he usually does, but not finding any action this round. He'll try to get involved now in a 1 versus 4 with 3 seconds.
Yeah.
He will get 1 kill, trying to limit the growth of the CT economy, so that is actually a fairly big deal as Selfless try to get back on track.
Yeah, and really great round from Nifty. I mean, getting those 2 frags, as well as mainlines, tethering off each other. Even though I think they're the ones to fall back out of bathrooms, they found good spots, and I think that the one thing they had going for them, even though they fell off bathrooms for free, is Nifty didn't take a shot at long, so they didn't know there was an op at A, and I guess they felt like maybe SK would walk into them, and they were correct about that. So.
And that stat quickly popped up on the right. I believe it said Mainline had 140 ADR here in the 9 rounds that they've played. He does have 11 kills. So into round 10, will there be another one for Selfless? SK Gaming, they were pretty strapped with cash, so they've bought again. And Pip has found the entry onto the B site. Mainline peeking through the fire and the flames here out of Graffiti. Comes away with the kill on Damati, but it was costly. He's very, very low. A nade in, Relic's threading the needle there. But 2 players fired off back here into Graffiti.
Those were a couple of good nades, like trying to anticipate the afterblast slots. Oh, they're doing the counter boost one more time. Nifty finds a frag, and now it's 4v3. That could be huge, but Pimp up in heaven, will they anticipate this? Who really would? Wow, Nifty finds a caught in a pit as well and gets that kill, and Uber helps him out. But now Pimp is actually in a amazing spot, and they're not going to clear him. Oh, he's looking for another kill, and Nifty finally from heaven. My goodness. I swear he could have delayed even longer. Pimp?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Who's even going to look at heaven, actually?
Nobody. You expect maybe, I thought Nifty was going to potentially be the first one to go down, like the op barrel might betray him as we saw earlier on.
I don't want to backseat game here, but I think Pimp knew Nifty was still in heaven. I'm pretty sure he knew. I mean, the only other option was Nifty rotates out.
There might have been a sound cue for the player coming in, or even a scope, right?
So
actually, yeah, Nifty killed a player from there.
Yeah, so Pimp either, if he pushes Nifty, then he has an even better spot where he can get a multi-kill from, but instead he's really counting on hitting an insane sequence and judging when Nifty is going to peek him from heaven. So, it's a 1v4. He did damage. It was pretty close, and the couple of shots he did hit, he should feel fortunate, to get. So. And
again, it limits that economy, right? Like, you're winning now as Selfless, but you're only keeping 3 or even 2 people alive in some of these rounds. And Mainline, it looks like he was kind of where he might have missed the timing and Magic's Boy crossed. He had that angle set up, but Magic's Boy still comes away with that kill.
Yeah, I still wanted to clear it, but we couldn't even, as soon as he looked at him, Magic Boy hit him with a bullet, and his crosser went all the way up, so completely obstructed his vision. That is aim punch.
And now we've got Mitch maybe trying to make a bit more of an aggressive play here, pushing into a corner inside of construction. Can definitely expect Madi in this area, because again, SK Gaming early kill, just holding on to that map control. Madi's going to peek this, and he's just going to win out on timing. A couple taps through the short drain, and that's going to be Mitch going down.
3 players from SK congregating towards long.
Oh,
Typically,
that was okay.
When you're watching a minimap like this, you know where most players are is important, but what's most important is where the bomb is. That'll be the most telling, especially when a team likes to sell a lot of fakes or just takes their time in general. You don't know which site they're going to go to. Usually where they're posting up the bomb is where you can telegraph where the play is going to go, and they don't want to show that. But here the smokes come out, and the bomb is actually rotating down the stairs by himself, and Uber is going to knock it down. So as the rotator, since they didn't have stairs control, Uber has such a valuable spot. 18 seconds remain, and he's looking for his second kill. He finds it. 2 players from behind take him out, but Nifty's in a good spot to defend here. All he has to do is delay.
Yeah, if he can hit the bomber and survive, he's going to miss that first shot onto Freeze. As Freeze was looking the wrong way, and that flash is not going to work out for Nifty. Now they're pushing on him, and Madi will just get the kill. And no one was planning at that point. That was down to the wire. There was, you know, a second and a half. We'll give it 2 seconds left on the clock. They find that kill. If they missed that, round rather, was going to Selfless.
Yeah, it was a mistake from SK to send the bomb downstairs by himself on the rotate. And, you know, just as I was mentioning, like, it's so important to if you want to watch for where a team is going to go to see where their bomb is, well, ideally the bomb is out at short with the other player so that they don't have to send him alone. But anyways, Uber takes him down, and the Nifty's in a spot where if he gets 1 kill, he delays long enough that they can't plant, and they manage to find him with 2 seconds left on the round.
Well, Nifty tries to hold that a little bit, the player with the mindset of this player's throwing a Molotov, he'll expect it to be clear, but I'm still sitting in it and maybe come away with the kill. But no, they were too patient. Nifty took 40 damage and then was forced to back off. And the main line pushing down, and it seems to have been the main line in Magic's Boys show for both of these teams. Main line was floating at 131 ADR going into this. Magic's Boys at 120. So it's maybe something about the handles that start with an M, because we've got Madi and Mitch as well.
Yeah. Ooh.
No, that's one that hurts to miss.
That's rough. Oh, Uber, his spray trailing behind Madi as Madi kills him with a MAC-10, and they get in the site versus 2 players. Mitch finds a nice 1D, but is traded immediately. No, that's Magic's to go down. Relic's getting that shot from Pit, and he as well takes a few bullets. And now SK have 9 rounds to the 3 of Selfless.
And that money is gone.
Wow, did they full buy on that round with the pistols that they had?
Yeah, they must have, because they are broke right now.
Holy smokes, this is I kind of want to look at the score line right now, or the rounds, and see how it might have been a decision based off of the fact that they would have had to double save if not for it, but surprised to see that the couple of force buys that we did see so far in this half.
Well, we got a couple P250s in that one flash for the $200. Trying to catch some players off guard, but it's Madi no longer lurking at B. He's running in with guns blazing. He actually does get that kill with the nade. Meanwhile, Asilian Magic's point. Asilian again getting the kills, and the last one up there is Uber. He will come away with a 1 kill for himself. Can he find another at the P250? Reloading and trying to retreat. Asilian will shoot him in the back. No mercy.
Yeah. Pretty dominant from SK here on the T side. Starting to get really comfortable. I think they feel grounded. They feel like they can do what they want over and over again as the rounds roll on. They've gotten away with A control. They've gotten away with fast B hits. I think they've most actually gotten away with fast B hits for more rounds than they've actually gone A. I think the couple of rounds they have lost have all been all they have to blame is the A control that they try to take. Do we have a triple boost at B? Yeah, we do. This is like a guaranteed frag. Like nobody clears this. I mean,
yeah. Well, at least not the first time.
No, at least not the first time, exactly. The only issue is that you have to dump
Put three
players,
people into graffiti.
Two of which can't even spot anything. Like they.
And then if Mitch happens to lose this battle, you know exactly what's going on. You know there's 2 people pinned into graffiti, so if that spot doesn't work out, it's a bit of a gamble. And of course, the one time they do the boost over at B, even Madi's not over there, which means everybody on the side of SK Gaming is working their way up long and short.
Honestly, they should just go back and stack it because they know that Madi's either outside of long B or in stairs. I mean, he actually doesn't even walk out to short that often.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the fact that they don't see him at all, or anyone for that matter, means that it hasn't been a fast long B hit. And last time they staged up for A, they didn't even really, or they faked it once, but that almost went sour.
Yeah, that was the one with Uber on the stairs, dropping the bomb, and it went down to 2 seconds for SK Gaming to get that final kill and win it. Before time ran out. Pimp pushing through the smoke. Mainline, yeah, also confused a little bit around the smoke at long. So Pimp will come away with that kill. Magic's Boy looking to work his way in. Nifty sitting way back here. And Optimus maybe doing something else as well as it gets taken down very quickly. And we've got Relics and Uber. Now just Relics. Freeze getting 2 op shots. That second one to the face of Uber. And it's Madi just waiting, still on that lurk roll. But this time waiting at bathrooms for the rotator to come upstairs.
It felt like they gave up a lot for that triple boost, right? They sacrificed a lot to try to pull off this hard read where they assumed they would be guaranteed a kill. They held that boost for like 40 seconds. That means SK are clearing off angles, not taking any damage, using barely any grenades, having A to themselves, and then pushing up just as they want, and then getting everyone to rotate through CT. Not even a man at stairs to make the difference. So they put all their eggs in their basket, in one basket with that play, and we have another force up from Selfless because it is the last round. So this is a buy we've seen like about 3 times. I think, you know, it's out of their control right now, but in the past, maybe a misinformed decision. Though I'd have to look at how the rounds were traded to see whether or not it made sense.
And we did have the stats up. Magic's Boy and Madi for SK Gaming, both over 100 ADR right now, doing really, really good work. And for me, it's those two that I think need to like be the consistent force on this team. I think Madi is so good. A couple online matches I cast of SK before coming here to the event, he was getting like near 40 bombs in regulation,
yeah,
like a couple maps in a row. So he was insane online, and it's nice to see him now having a good map. And same thing for Magic's Boy. And then if those two aren't stepping up, then you need Freeze to do a bit more with the op. But everyone has been good.
Yeah, everyone has been good, and you know you can almost look at everyone and just point out how good of a fragger they are. Same thing can be said for Selfless, but it seems like the amount of time that SK have played together, it's really paying off in this situation, and they've gotten a lot of control here on Overpass. 4-1 now, long to A. Something that they haven't done, keeping it fresh. Mainline getting caught out of position, coming through the smoke. I think he expected to have at least a few people come in bathrooms before the long split. And now there's just 2 players from Selfless, both in rough spots. Like these are the typical spots that you watch for on the after plant. So there isn't much they're going to be able to do here.
That was pretty much the pop flash push smoke player's worst nightmare, right? He gets out that smoke and he sees 4 players looking at him, none of which are blind. So Mainline got cleaned up extremely easy on that retake. Pimp will bring down Relics, and now it's Mitch, 1 versus 5, and that's going to end the half.
Yeah.
And with that, guys, we are going to send it to a quick break, so we'll see you in half number 2. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone, here. Getting into the second half now on map number 1. That's Overpass. We've got Selfless, who've had a bit of a rough first half in SK Gaming, who are looking to just take this pistol and get through map 1 pretty easy.
It feels like SK are just playing how we expected them to, and it's Selfless to play kind of similarly to the way that they did the last series. So I think SK are starting to fire on all cylinders. All the appropriate players are hitting their shots and getting kills. And then Selfless have a lot of slack to pick up. They made mistakes. They got 1v4'd. They weren't able to find the appropriate adjustment on CT side to deal with how SK were working the map, and they pretty much were able to get away with almost everything they wanted to do. So, look, we have 3 players here with over 15 kills. But Magic Boy is 18 frags in the half, and Selfless are full on armor right now. Not even a single smoke.
They want to brawl.
Yeah.
They do have the 1 decoy. Let's see if that'll work. Cillian, the only one without Kevlar in the server right now. He's got a smoke and a kit. Madi's going to take a lot of damage early on, taking a few shots, I think. And the same can be said for quite a few of these players. Mainline's going to move in. He's had a great match for himself. He'll take down Madi as well, and he gets the second kill onto Pimp, so he's clearing up the CT halls. Another man coming down. You don't often see battles taking place right here this early in a round. And SK Gaming trying to retake into B now, 3 versus 5. It's going to be difficult, but Magic's Boy will start it off with 1 and 2, hitting a little jump, but he kind of hit his head on the door. It was a short jump. He lands quickly, gets the headshot. And now a 3-on-3. Again, Cillian has a kit, so if he can just get on that bomb, Freeze, this is a must-win battle, and he won't win it. It's nifty instead. Magic's Boy, another 2. That's 4 kills right now. And the bomb's been defused. Magic's Boy grabbing the ace on the pistol round, playing lights out.
That's a pog jam. Holy smokes, what an ace. And that second kill was he was fully in the air. He was completely in the air when he took that shot. I mean, he wasn't completely in it. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. He
hit his head on the door, so it kind of cut the jump short.
True. And wow, just turns that into an amazing sequence. And we had Selfless get into the site, get the bomb down, do almost 180 damage just off 2 initial headshots. So even though there were 5 players alive for SK, they were almost out of that on the retake, and then Magic Boy just picked up all the slack. Unbelievable.
Well, Madi with a chance to get, I felt like, a few kills there. A couple of members from Selfless were tagged up by that nade, moving slow, and he was ready for him. But the Tech 9s, man, that is a very, very powerful gun. And that looked like some team damage coming on the Relics. They are aware that Pimp is here. And, why ever let go of Mouse 1 when you have a P90?
No, not a great reason to, especially not in that situation. And, 3 players from Selfless were low, dinked up. But their biggest issue right now is finding out how to win a round, because they've got 2 before they lose the entire game, and they made the decision to force up after the pistol, so that means they're just going to continually buy. Like, it seems like they wanted to just get past this map, and it seems like tilt, but maybe if you just feel super unconfident on the map, you want to get it over with, and I can completely understand or sympathize with that thought.
Yeah, and Overpass has certainly not been kind to the underdog teams today. Like, the ones that have brought it into that 3rd map and then face on Overpass have just been absolutely destroyed on it. And it starts off in the first one here, but the same thing can be said. And Cillian playing on that support column, just completely shutting down this one force. However, Uber in a main line, getting into the equation, finding 2 kills, but it won't be enough, as Freeze will bring down Relics with his M4, and it's all going to fall onto main line right now with the P90. And he's not really in a great place to use this. A couple long-range battles to take. Spraying 1 man down in the back of the legs, but Magic's Boy will find main line, and that's match point for SK Gaming. They've got 12 of them.
Yeah, and this might be one of the quicker matches that we've seen. 16-3 to follow up with the last map, which was a 16-3. Could it be possible? I think so. We have Selfless once again buying up. The only thing that gets better as these rounds go on is the loss bonus starts to improve, but it doesn't matter. So they're going to have to win 12 match points in a row just to bring it to OT. And have decided to force up the last 2 rounds. They're clearly not in this mentally. They don't want a part of this map anymore. They want out. They don't want to play, and I think it shows in their buying patterns.
Yeah, the buying patterns definitely state that one.
Honestly, I feel like it's really hard to make a bad economic decision with a coach, but it felt like a couple of rounds in that half, their buys were unwarranted. But I'll look back at the tapes just to see where they were actually at. And here we have everyone just dying right now.
Yeah, Madi coming away with 2 kills. Now a Cillian from the pit peeking up. Mainline doing a little bit of damage coming in, nearly finding the 2 kills, but does just get the 1. And SK Gaming, they're going to close it out. And it's another 16-3 overpasses